Looks like it's about time for us to meet up with Gon.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Since last time, I've been in essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about perhaps there was an adeptal power at work. Either way, if this part—
You really think so? But this story also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked. Ooh, like a crystal fly's wing? Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd—
Got it. So basically, Ganyu—
No, it's not like that. I'm just not—
Well, what if this adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? She was probably thinking something like,
That was, as far as I'm aware, Cloud retain— you'll be able to confirm either— I've been in Lea Harbor for—
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably—
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival. Just never mind. I promised I'd— Traveler, Paimon.
Seems like this is a tough decision for Ganyu, but she's made up. Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, wait. Did she leave?
Here you go. Thank you, Madame Farazan.
Paimon's so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks? Huh? Did we miss?
She doesn't like to travel. So in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the— True. Now that since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all—
Uh-oh. Got it!
please go on.
Our goal here is to find the... We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really a...
Yes,
So, all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend you know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim. Paimon would sink... Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there.
No, my sword!
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
What is going on?
How do you feel right now? Shenhe! And the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Okay, fine. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being... But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed...
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know. Travel.
Okay, no way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Glad you're okay. As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last, your actions here caused others a great deal of worry.
As ever, the Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like... Right. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? Oh, I had planned... Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last? Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. So we just... Please excuse me for a moment. Sure.
It sounds like Ganyu and Shenhe have got...
Yes. During the summer and winter, Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people. Oh, so you came looking for Master today?
Yep. Oh, speaking of that...
Music? What is that?
It's...
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us.
Yay!
We were just talking about this thing.
Oh, really?
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
The faint sound of birdsong. The quiet...
Oh! Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the...
Oh. And a melody is...
Hey! Don't you patronize Paimon! Hey! Why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably...
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. We're all there right as I watched Yunjin's performance. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings,
So,
Wow, Shenhe. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like, what about you, Ganyu?
I don't remember if my parents... I know some local folk songs. The songs of the sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out. Yes, that's in the past. Whenever I heard the sound of those, Nenny and Leo probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start the way those melodies make. Even though we come from different... In that sense...
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends.
yes, technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you. I've planted many types of
You are...
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them, I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Then, thank you in advance. Wait,
Do people say that?
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out.
Who dares refer to one not by one's Adeptus title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
Master,
our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already? Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. One has received your message from Ganyu. Well, shall one lead the way?
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
If you want to release a Shaolan...
Thank you, everyone.
Is this Quaily Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you... Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god. Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Seagazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the...
Paimon remembers that name. So that's...
He was an old friend and a former rival. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. As Adepti, we were each... His treasures were not
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument...
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense. She always sought to make everyone happy. It also helped that she never... Anyway, just as our impassioned... Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you... Precisely. So, even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, each of those old fossils had their care. We would drink together from a spot hot. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh, okay. Or are you saying that...
Alas, long has one avoided this. One should have guessed that you would disrupt. No matter, one will...
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Gui Zhang concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Gui Zhang's obscuro vulpus mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Gui Zhang was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Gui Zhang and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Gui Zhang's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili Plains. Gui Zhang was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetward Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and private by nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Gui
What? You have loads of friends!
just because one is not ignorant of social graces, but in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thought back when they were rivals. They would often compete against one another in the realm of that cleansing bell was one of Gui Zhang's proudest works, having the ability to both compose.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madame Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about being a...
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. That bell has a sad history. As for her old friend, as soon as Streetward Rambler heard that after all, we...
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code?
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical, but Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of... The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Gui Zhang... Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings. Music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to us, which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating.
But if she was so happy with the melody...
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing in response, though the strings that played that melody
Aww.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War, although I met Gui Zhang a few times.
Gui Zhang was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Had you not decided to search for that mystery, as of now, you know the truth. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Do you mean Ping might find the time?
Precisely.
If I may be so bold.
Oh?
I've been in Leo Harbor for quite a long time now, but this doesn't bring the city someone as perceptive and wise. Though these immortal mountain, no loss can ever be undone. Ping has helped countless people, though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask?
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping. And
Is not every Lantern Rite the same in this regard?
I disagree. Each new day and each...
Very well, then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor. Say,
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment
what? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening.
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you.
Whoa, Madame Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And what?
Because you're the one who's known Madame Ping the longest.
Street word. Or
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are...
given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city... Ganyu, please continue.
So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak. Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who...
Let me think. What a long time ago that was. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact... It appears that she has proven herself...
Who's...
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look...
Albeit reluctantly.
After all, although Guizhong did not live...
so...
Once upon a time, she said to me, but as she interacted more, she marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirit. She told us that with the smallest amount of guidance, enormous, and a human who has reached their full...
She always had that her mechanical accomplishments were judged...
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember...
Of course. Guizhong and...
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blink when I see the sight of Leo...
Madame Ping looks very emotional right now.
Of all of us, it was... If she were still with...
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music.
Oh, yeah! Music! We've been dying to ask. Oh, also, with you being such a music...
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as it's been a long time, and whenever there was a period of time, whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she would, no matter how much time goes by.
So the past still weighs heavily?
Oh, I would be lying to myself, but that is not to say that despite the sadness, just look at this potted plant.
It takes an honest and open mind to...
Be that as it may.
Well, if...
Granny! Whoa, what's everyone doing here? Did something bad happen?
And now we've spooked Jan.
Oh? That's wonderful. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remember. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in.
Huh? Does it have to be right now?
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the...
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's...
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. As for that melody,
Wow, that'd be...
when that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless great...
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news. Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too! Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious? I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and...
Huh, that's a really interesting...
I have to say, though, it's hard...
Oh, Paimon knows exactly, but Streetward Rambler?
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge.
Yep, Kuching summed it up perfectly.
I think... that can wait until after the concert, though. For now...
Ah, speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the... Paimon has a sneaking...
Wait, are you... Oh no, now I'm starting... Okay. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Mr. Dvorak? Ah, he's already gone. Before we set off on our search with Ganyu,
Please, share your insights with me.
well, we found, music is, like...
It sounds like...
Wait, does that mean...
Mm-hmm. Just a few... As long as everyone enjoys the festival activity, happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
Whew. That Paimon feels like she's forgetting... shoot! Latent... Zhang said he wasn't in anyway, even if we... Ugh.
New stock at Sigu Antique.
Rain outlines your... Huh? Da 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 da. Da da da. Oh.
All right, let's take a break here.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral?
After we have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and this...
Invisible audience members?
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she...
Come on, knock it.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone... There once was a Fontaine musician who went with my words. Shake will take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
For sure! The whole dance floor will be yelling encore! Encore! Oh, now...
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've all...
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust...
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those. It's a real pity that he couldn't be.
Yeah, that's right. To tell the truth, though.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng funeral. I can speak to that.
And jump scare.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas.
Sure thing.
Oh, Traveler and Paimon. I believe when you see Zhongli, you should join us too.
Take it easy.
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer! And illuminated bird number 2!
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is...
Everything's great! But you know...
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent...
Zhongli! Here you are! We...
Impeccable... Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be...
Wait,
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her...
can we not just call it... She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking. Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly... When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must
Oh, Zhongli! She said it's up to him whether he wants to support us, but she says performance. As for the banquet,
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It...
Crumble!
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hintao, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh! I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey! Woo!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen, that must be Mana Ping!
Feeling the sea breeze while listening to the music. Ah, what a wonderful holiday.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Listening to the music.
But where are those who share
Wonderful
memory?
holiday.